Welcome to another Unleveled video. Today we're taking a look at the top 10 horror games of the decade. Number 10. Slender, The 8 Pages. This indie game is based on the famous internet meme of 2010. If it's based off a meme, you know it's a good game. It wasn't meant to be scary at first, but the deeper we get into the game, the players take control of an unnamed person who finds themselves in a forest, late night, with nothing but a flashlight. How classic is that, huh? Now guess what this unidentified being is gonna have to do? Yep, you guessed right. He or she has got to survive another unidentified being, the faceless monster, OG SLENDERMAN. This piece of gaming material still gives me the chills till this very day. Number 9. Dead Space 2. If you're looking for a good space horror, you just found it. Of course, we're not talking about the graphics, or the plot, or the gameplay. But bear with me for a second. In this story, you take control of Isaac Clarke, a former ship engineer who became an alien killer in the first game. You embark with Isaac on this journey as he takes on another necromorph outbreak on a ship orbiting the Saturn moon, Titan. I'm feeling this episode is gonna just bring me down to tears of nostalgia at any point, so beware not to cry along. Dead Space 2 is kinda like a Mass Effect plus Resident Evil fusion. It's not really a horror game, but companies tend to classify anything that has monsters as horror games. So there you have it.
They mean something, Isaac. I need answers. Why can't everyone just leave me alone?
Number 8. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil couldn't be left out of our list. One of the biggest horror franchises of all time, games formed this time with Leo S. Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield during a zombie outbreak in Raccoon City. The magic of this game is in the two storylines players can choose from. Resident Evil 2 is a real classic for horror game lovers. I gotta say though, I kinda feel bad for the poor zombies. You see, their job is just to get headshot for 30 hours straight. But anyways, I think I'm over it now. Number 7. Outlast. This game is cool, check it out. This game was a revolution for the horror industry. At launch, creepy games were following the kind of the action games trend. So the real deal here is the sensation of a vulnerable and hopeless player, which forces you to remain in stealth mode at almost all times. If you're a horror fan and didn't play this game, there's something wrong with your life, man. Like the amount of Valorant you're playing recently. Don't pretend you're not playing it. I see you through, horror fan. Number 6. Amnesia, The Dark Descent. This is a very immersive game. You wake up in a castle without a clue of what just happened to you. Classic stuff. While passing through the hallways confronting your past, the player is challenged to distinguish what is real and what is not. Oh, and one more thing. This is not a game where you can fight back, so get ready to die. Number 5. Layers of Fear. Finally on this list, a total jump scary game. In Layers of Fear, you're in the skin of a very mentally disturbed painter with a disturbing way of life. This thing is all about jump scare. The puzzles are also surprisingly worth the time too, so you should give it a try. Number 4. Until Dawn. In this game, you play with a group of teenagers isolated in a forest house. to pay respect for the memory of their lost friends. But as you sink your teeth deeper in this game, real weird things start to happen. Because you see, there's a serial killer stalking around and killing everyone one by one. The real deal with this game is in the influence of the decisions you make in the story. So expect a lot of different endings. I mean, if you can even hold your intestines together until the end of the game. I dare you to do so. Good luck. Number 3, PT. PT is a dead game, I'm sorry, you can't download it anymore, but we figure it'll be a waste not to mention it as one of the best horror games of all time. This was a playable teaser, PT. In this not so flashy horror game, you wake up in a dark room, and further, the camera reveals you to be inside of a house. While you explore the house, creepy stuff starts to happen. You can guess what happens next, can't you? Let's just admire the footage, because none of us can play this thing anymore. Number 2, Alien Isolation. This game masters the art of making the player feel unsafe. Here, you take control of Amanda Ripley as she searches for her missing mother, Ellen Ripley, from the Alien films. This leads her to an abandoned ship colony with only a handful of humans left alive, and one alien. Look, Alien is the closest to ultra mega scary gameplay you can ever find online. I don't seem to find anything more scary than this to play. So when I'm home, alone, in a bedroom, at 4 AM, what am I doing? Yes, I'm playing this. Why? Don't ask me. Number 1, Resident Evil 7. Heads up for the best horror game of the decade. This is a classic for those who enjoy a good horror. Here, you play as Ethan Winters, whose wife just disappeared. This takes him to a plantation that is nothing less than a home in Texas, with a chainsaw massacre-like family of cannibals. This game is ahead of the curve and abandons the old way of fighting waves of zombies, making way for a new age of horror games. We at Unleveled love to play this thing. Let's hope Resident Evil 8 don't screw this thing up. Oh wait, they always screw up Resident Evil sequels. Erase the like button from existence if you enjoyed our list of top horror games of this decade. And don't forget to subscribe for more Unleveled videos every week.